So a 9-year wait has ended at last.
At last. Winning is a habit, and the India men's team have finally erased the nightmares of 2018 Jakarta Palembang, because breaking news, India have thrashed Japan 5-1 in the Asian Games final. As Shane pointed out, first gold medal for India in men's hockey ever since Incheon 2014.
Correct.
But the bigger news, automatic qualification for Paris 2024 Olympics.
Exactly. That was the major motivation when it comes to the Asian Games, is you knew that if you won the gold medal, you would in fact get an automatic direct entry. Your Paris quota is done. Otherwise, you'd have had to go through the rather complicated qualification process.
Exactly. So, what a dominant performance from India right from the league stages. Be it Kazakhstan, be it Singapore, be it against every other nation that's there. They did endure, even Pakistan, 10-2. What a dominant performance that was. And then in the semi-finals, yet again a fantastic showing, and here thrashing Japan 5-1. Remember, Japan were the defending Asian Games champions.
So they were not going to be proven to be easy opposition by any stretch, and the Indian team made very easy work of them. Again, it wasn't too many goals to start with, because I think till the second quarter it was goalless. Yes. It was an edgy game. Neither side were taking the chances they were creating. But once India got one, then the floodgates open. Because then it was a case of, and by the way, rare thing, you actually got to see India take some of their PC chances today as well.
Exactly. Amit Rohidas, Harmanpreet Singh.
Both were phenomenal from the direct flick.
If Harmanpreet Singh needs a successor, then I think you've found one in Amit Rohidas.
Absolutely.
Today. Because Amit Rohidas today scored his 5th penalty corner goal in this Asian Games alone.
Correct.
And Rohidas in particular, whenever it's come to him, most of the times, 80 to 90% of the times, he has converted.
His conversion rate is good. No
better.
About it.
But how fitting that the final goal that India should score in this Asian Games comes from the stick of Harmanpreet. I mean, remember, Harmanpreet has been under the pump because for two reasons. His penalty corner conversions had
started wavering,
and it was the most poor of all the teammates in the World Cup. He missed so many penalty corners, and even in the World Cup, when you look at it, that 4th round against the Black Sticks, they just ensured that they fell by the wayside. Number one. After that, winning, as I said, became a habit. Tried to put up a good show in the, you may say, FIH Pro League.
The Pro League, there was progress, but you could tell that the team was still a work in progress.
But Asian Champions Trophy, dominant performance, came back from behind against Malaysia to win. But then the Asian Games, unbeaten, winning everything by a sound margin. Yes, South Korea was the only team that tested you, 5-3.
Absolutely, but beyond that?
Yeah, and anyway, Japan, if you look at it, they have won very rarely against India, if you look at it. Even in the Asian Champions Trophy, despite being the Asian Games winners, they just never troubled India. And even today, barring that goal from Tanaka, which was just a consolation, Harmanpreet Singh, Amit Rohidas, Manpreet, Abhishek.
So you had 4 different goal scorers, and again, I think what it does is it also does demonstrate that India do have this propensity and ability, you can say, to consistently get goals from open play. The one problem area for them has always been inconsistency in the PCs today, though you got 2 goals from PCs as well. So really, that's as clinical a showing as you can get.
And if you look at circle penetrations for Japan and also the defense, look at how India defended. Right into the Craig Fulton mantra. Defend well, first, then you can attack. Exactly. So Craig Fulton has instilled that kind of confidence. And remember, everybody, let me just remind you, what is Fulton's pedigree? He has coached even Belgium.
Exactly.
Look at where Belgium are now.
Belgium right now, one of those top teams in the sport, and they too, a lot like their football team, you can argue, out of nowhere just stumbled upon a good generation of players. Unlike their football team, though, they've come together and actually been a winning unit.
Exactly. I mean, the Belgian football team have had superstars, but they have failed to win anything on the big stage, barring a third place finish in the World Cup.
2018 was the best that their golden generation could do.
But this Belgian hockey team under Fulton just scaled highlights. And remember, one more aspect, even with the lesser team, you think, okay, the infrastructure was there in Belgium, that's why Fulton could get success. You're wrong. Fulton was at the head when Ireland reached the Hockey Olympics for the first time after more than a century.
Fulton's, let's say, credentials as coach at this level, top notch. Ireland, again, I think have struggled to kind of maintain the similar kind of trajectory
Yes.
ever since he had left them. So you know that he was doing a fantastic job with the Irish. They, of course, as Siddharth rightly points out, made it to the Olympics for the first time under him. So in Fulton, India were getting a top coach. That there was no two ways, and now proving it.
Yep. Right from the centenary, when they won Spanish centenary, right, till the Asian Champions Trophy and now the Asian Games. 2 consecutive months of dominance has seen them finally win India's 22nd gold medal in the Asian Games.
Away now from that vaunted figure.
25, yes. And you are guaranteed 100 medals.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes, you are, because the wrestlers' surge ensured 3 bronze medals plus a silver in bridge, ensured now that you are in the mid-90s. Tomorrow you are winning 3 medals in archery, in compound, because one is an all-Indian final, so silver and gold is assured.
Yes,
Who's winning, we don't know. Maybe 1 silver is assured. Only the bronze situation is not known, because Aditi Swami is there. But if they win 4, if they go to 99, you have cricket, you have 2 kabaddi, you have chess, you are guaranteed.
You're not just making 100, you are actually living up to the much quoted mantras that you're going beyond 100.
Beyond 100, it is happening.
Exactly.
Now the entire focus is, will it be 25 gold? Because tomorrow, 1 definitely gold, 1 India cricket team, hopefully they get the gold.
That's 24.
Kabaddi, maybe,
25.
because both the men and women are in the final.
Correct.
Okay, if the women lose or the men lose, you have at least got 1. If both the women
That's
and the
good
men's
enough,
team lose, then I think you are not getting to 25. But then remember, wrestling also, it's not over. Deepak Punia is in action in the 86 kilo tomorrow.
Correct.
But India men's hockey, salute, after so many years of pain, you finally made it.
In fact, you can argue that 2014, many people thought that that gold medal you won that time was the start of a revival.
Yeah.
The problem was it was quite the opposite. It didn't start a revival, it actually ended up being a bright spot before a bit of a downslope. Because again, 2018, in the Asian Games, you didn't end up performing as per expectations. I'm not saying it was a bad downfall. I'm just saying standards had begun to drop.
Okay, let me just look at 2014 Incheon, you directly secured the gold medal and got to Rio. But in Rio, at least you reached the knockouts, the quarterfinals after 40 years.
Okay.
But it was India's misfortune that they encountered a very strong Belgium side at that time. In 2018, that was when pressure situations got the better of you.
Better of the team, correct.
You lost 6-7 in sudden death to Malaysia.
Sudden death,
but then I think where Craig Fulton is making that difference is the mental aspect of stay calm. If your defense is sound, you will automatically get that mental ease of trying to score.
Correct.
That is where Fulton is making a big thing. And Harmanpreet Singh also, see, for any other captain and for any other leader, the criticism that he got after the end of the World Cup that was held in Odisha, he would have wilted and then said, okay, I'm not able to take it. But everybody misunderstands Harmanpreet for the fact that he is a very calm and assured guy. He's focused. He knows, okay, it's happened. My penalty corners have not been going on. Move on. I will just move on, focus on improving my skills, and that's what Harmanpreet Singh is doing. And that is the reason why there is a core now that is developing which can challenge. Maybe. There is hope in the future, the likes of Amit Rohidas, the likes of Manpreet, you even say Jugraj, Jarmanpreet, Abhishek, all of them.
Yeah, there's a core that can actually be a part of the first team for at least a good, next 5, 7, 10 years potentially.
See, again, let us be very grounded and understand that, okay, you may be in a revival process, but somewhere down the line, you're still slightly behind the likes of the Kookaburras, the Red Lions, which is Belgium, and then you're also slightly behind the Netherlands. Netherlands has been your ultimate bogey team in this entire FIH Pro League also, and in past competitions as well. Remember, Netherlands, when 2016 the World Cup happened here, in 2018 rather, they knocked you out.
Correct.
So that is why the Kookaburras, Australia have always been India's nightmare.
Australia-India in hockey is just a match you dread. Because you know how badly they often go all out.
But just before the start of the Fulton era, India achieved something that they had never done in decades, beaten Australia twice in the Pro League.
I remember. Yeah.
So that is why there are improvements being made. The groundwork has been laid now. Asian Games success, you only had one or two opponents who would be tricky. You didn't face one of them. The other one, when you encountered in the final, was not actually going to be a threat.
Yeah, Japan are not the same Japan of say 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes.
They're not.
The only team that you would have had to dread is South Korea. But luckily they passed that
with
test.
South Korea well.
Yes.
Let's give the team credit there. They dealt with South Korea. That was the only match you can say where they weren't overwhelmingly dominant, but they still won, and that's important.
That's the only match where India conceded 3 goals.
Exactly.
In this entire Asian Games, if you look at it. So, a dominant, unbeaten run by the India men's hockey team under
fitting end.
Harmanpreet Singh and his band of men have made India super proud. 9 years later, as Shane pointed out, Incheon 2014, now 4th gold medal ever in the Asian Games. 1966 Bangkok, 1998 Bangkok, 2014 Incheon, and now 2022 Hangzhou. That's your gold medal tally for the Indian team. Pakistan, the most dominant team in Asia at that point in time, they couldn't even make it to the medal rounds this time. So that's double the delight for all of us. Congratulations. Hockey, 2 glorious months, and I think possibly 2023 will end up as their best year by a long distance for the performance.
And now all eyes are going to be on how is it that they can do in 2024.
Paris. Now the next main aim is repeat what you did in Tokyo. Hopefully go one step better. Yes. Germany, that epic quarterfinal against Germany, and Srijesh's celebrations after that was classic indeed. And I've done a video, by the way, an interview with PR Srijesh as to how did they escape and how did they manage to conquer Asia. I've done a special interview prior to their departure and how they're planning to do that. Check that video out as well. But then, big day. It's finally done with hockey. India 5, Japan 1. 4th gold medal, direct ticket to Paris confirmed. So from me, Shane, it's bye-bye. More action coming up soon for you. Bye-bye.